Hello everyone. I hope you're good. Okay, so today we'll be doing differentiation, another part of calculus, and then welcome to my channel if you're new. Okay, so today we're gonna be doing differentiation, and there are some rules for differentiation. So the rule for differentiation allows you to differentiate functions without the use of like going through the process of differentiating from first principle. You know it must x plus h whatever, unless if you're asked. But now I'm gonna show you how to do it. So we have some few rules. So the first one, I'm gonna choose k, so it's the same as k is equals to 0. What am I trying to say about this thing? This k, it is the same as a constant. What is a constant? Any number. So let me just say 3. So in your equation, maybe if you have 3, it means when you are gonna differentiate this word, differentiate it, it will be what? 0. You're no longer gonna write it. Okay, I hope you understand me. So the derivative of a constant is equals to 0. So the first rule, and these are the rules. So the first rule, the derivative of a constant is equals to 0. Okay, and then number 2, let's go to the second rule. Okay, so check this one out. So manje, I have a number, my constant, and a coefficient. So this one is saying the number and the coefficient are equals to the number. Check. This is my number, this will be my x. Like maybe for example, I have what? 3x. So if I'm gonna derive it or differentiate it, it will be what? 3 now. This is the rule. So the derivative of a number and its coefficient is equals to the number. So for example, if I have 3x in my equation, after derivating it, it will be what? 0. Okay, sorry, it will be what? 3, because now it will be 3x. So after derivating it, it will be what? 3. But if I have a constant like any number, after derivating it, it will be what? 0. Let's go to the next one. So the power rule, it is where maybe like, let me just choose the constant. Yeah, the constant is a real number. Okay, so let me show something. For example, let's just say I have x to the power of 10. What do you do there if you have something like that? So I represented something there. I'm using k, so it's gonna be k. Let me just choose this one, a x to the power of k minus 1, since this k is my constant. Okay, so this a, it is the number, this x, it is the variable. So the x and the a are the a is the coefficient of x, and then this is my k minus 1. So when I want to derivate it, I will say I need to have a and then k and then k minus ax to the power of k minus 1. So if I want to derivate it, I will say, sorry, I need to learn. I have the example there. So Lana, since my example is x to the power of 10, so x to the power of 10, x to the power of 10, and this x doesn't have a coefficient. Each coefficient is what? 1. So for you to derive it, it will be what? 10 times 1. Okay, so it will be what? 10x. But check your exponent. I said what? K minus 1. Okay, so it is the same as saying this 10 times 1, which is 10, but 10 what? Minus 1, which will be what? 10x to the power of 9. Everyone? So check the things. Okay, so these are the 3 types of examples that I will check for today. There are more examples whereby you have the quadratic equations and stuff. Okay, so I have the first one, the rule whereby a constant, after deriving a constant, it is 0. So the derivative of a constant is equals to 0. Number 2, I have a coefficient of x, which is 3. So the derivative of 3x, it is what? 3. Okay, that's why I said kx is equals to k. This k, it is the same as that one. The third one, so it is what? The power, whereby your x is multiplied to the any value. So if you want to derivate it, it will be what? This k times a, which will be the same as 10 times 1, and then you write 10x, but you said what, 10 minus 1, so then you'll write what, 9. So the third one, you just have to know what if you're something like maybe 2x to the power 4, it will be what, 2 times 4, it will be what, 2 times 4, it will be what, 8, and then it will be 8x, and then to the power of what, 3, because it will be what, 4 minus 1. Okay, so that's how it is. So let's check more examples. So check this one now. Now I'm gonna do the long ones and just some easy equations. They're just derive this one. So it will be 3x to the power 4, 3x to the power 4 minus 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus 5x plus 1. What are you gonna do there? Let's do this just to be safe. Sorry. Okay, let's work. So you know, Moose, I have the coefficient of x, which is 3 and to the power 4. What must I do there? I must write this. So I will say 3x and then 4 minus 1. Okay, and then what must I do to solve this thing? It will be what, 4 times 3, which is what, 12x, but to the power of what, 3. Okay, and then the second one, it will be what, 2x, but 3 minus 1. So it will be what, 2 times 3, it will be what, 6x, and then 3 minus 1, 2, so it will be 6x squared. The third one, 4x squared, it will be 4x squared minus 1, and then let's do it. 2 times 4, it is 8x, and then to the power of what, 1, because 2 minus 1, it is 1, so it is the same as 8x. And then check this one now. I have 5x. So what did I say there? I said kx is equals to k. So which means good Lana, simply my answer is what, 5. The last one, what did I say? I said k is equals to 0. The derivative of a constant is equals to 0, and then manji, it will be just what, 0 there. So my full answer will be what, 12x cubed minus 6x squared plus, remember I'm taking the sign there, plus what, 8x minus 5, then I'm done. You see, this is my answer there. That's how you do it. If you have a number like this, 3x to the power 4, you simply write it according to the rule. 3x, 4 minus 1. Then I'll say 4 times 3, which is 12x, and then 4 minus 1, it is 3. Don't leave the x there. The second one, 2x cubed, it will be what, 2x to the power of 3 minus 1. And then it will be what, 3 times 2, which is 6x, and then 3 minus 1, it is 2. The third one, 4x squared, it will be 4x to the power of 2 minus 1. 4 times 2, it is 8x, and then 2 minus 1, it is 1, which is the same as 8x. The third one, kx is equals to 0, kx is equals to k, so my answer will be what, 5 only. The last one, it is k is equals to 0, the derivative of a constant is equals to 0, and I put 0 there. So my answer will be what, 12x cubed minus 6x squared plus 8x minus 5. We are done. You get your 3 marks there. You see how it goes. So let's check the next one. Let's just have this one. This one is interesting. I see pi there. I see the square root. I see fractions. What's going on there? Let's fix it. So you know the first thing that you must do. 3x 2 minus 1. For this one now, remember, you know what a square root is equals to half. That's what you must know. Okay? So don't worry, we'll fix it. And then this will be the same as minus what? Let me not put the signs for now and solve it the way we know. So since I know what a square root is the same as half, I will write it like this. 2x to the power of what? 1 over 2. And then plus what? Plus. And then 2x 2 over 3 minus 1. Let me put minus 1 there again. And then minus. This one I know. It is the same as 4. I'll come back to that one. So let's start. 3 times 2, 6, but I put x. 2 times 1, it is 1, so I leave it like that. Then I follow my minus. Minus what? 2 times half, it is 1. 1 times x, it is the same as x. And then 1 over 2 minus 1, it is what? Minus 1 over 2. And then plus what? 2 times 2 over 3, it is 4 over 3. I don't leave my x. And then 2 over 3 minus 1, it is what? Minus 1 over 3. This becomes minus 4. Manji check. When you take your calculator, let's check the value for pi. I don't know how to get it, yo. Let me try. You see it is what? Let me check. You see it is 3,14 what. So it's a number, it's a constant. So this one is the same as what? 0. Ever? So this is my answer. 6x minus x to the power of negative half plus 4 over 3x to the power of minus 1 over 3 minus 4. So for this one, 3x squared, it is the same as 6x. This is how we did it. 2 root x, square root is the same as half. So where the square root I put what? Half. So it will be 2x to the power of 1 over 2 minus 1. And then it will be x to the power of minus half. And then x to the power of 2 over 3. I say 2 over 3 times 2, it is 4 over 3x. And then 2 over 3 minus 1, it is what? 1 over 3. Then this is 4y. Kx is equal to what? K. And then it will be minus 4. This one is the value. This is for 3,14 blah blah blah. So it's a number. So it's equal to 0. You see how you do it. For this ones, you have a number and an x and to the power of a power. You simply minus the power by 1, and then you multiply the coefficient and the exponent. You get your answer there. If you have a square root, you know what a square root is half, so you will put it like this: 2x to the power of 1 over 2 minus 1. Then you represent your answer like this. Okay, so let me tell you some few things, then we'll finish. Let me use the same paper. So the first thing, let me write them down and then I'll explain. So when you are derivating there, these are the few things that I want to tell you that you cannot solve, you cannot derivate without fixing it. So you cannot dx a fraction. This is my short term, whatever they call it. So you cannot dx a fraction of what? X and then a over x squared. So let's solve it. Let's solve it. So I made a mistake. I shouldn't have put that x. So let's solve it. I have a over x squared, but I can simply fix it. You remember from your grade 10 and 11, your exponents, also rules of exponents. I can say a times what? X squared. But remember, this x squared, when it is now going up there, or when it is now changing the position, it will be what? X minus 2. Which is the same as that of 1 over 2, which is the same as 2 minus 1. And then number 2, you cannot dx a bracket whereby you have x plus b squared. So how can I do that? You know, you have to expand. So x plus b squared, x plus b squared, it is the same as what? X squared plus 2xb. At this time, you must know how to expand straight. And then number 3, you cannot dx a root. So for you to fix it, you will have to say, I have a b, I have b there, and then square root of x. So my answer will be like this. I will write x, but remember, I have to put something there. So which one between this one and this one comes there? Remember, so this one will be what? A over b. This number, this value there, or this variable there, which is outside the bracket, it is always the denominator. Please, it is always the denominator. Okay. And then the last one, you cannot dx an algebraic fraction. So for you to solve this one, you'll have to do your maths. The first one, it is ax squared plus bx. You know what to do. You have to factorize. So lapaya, I can see with what? X is common. Let me try it. It will be what? X and then ax plus b, and then over 2x minus 1. Same thing, Mus. So x 2 minus 1, which is the same as what? That one. So that's how we do it. So the first one, you cannot dx a fraction of what? A over x squared. For you to solve it, you have to say a times x squared. But since this is changing the position, it will be what? A times x to the power of negative 2. Number 2, you cannot dx a bracket whereby you're something like this. If you're something like this, you must expand just like that. The third one, you cannot dx a root. So for you to dx a root, you must know what the value that is there. It is the denominator. So it will be x to the power of a over b. The last one, you cannot dx a bracket, a algebraic fraction. So if you have ax squared plus bx over 2x, you'll have to factorize it the way you know it. Okay. Yeah. Let me even finish this one. You know what, I'm cancelling across a fraction, and then 2 minus 1 is this one. So it will be the same as ax plus b. and you know what if I have something like this, easy thing, this one is a constant, so already I have 0, or then I'll solve this one. So you can see what I'm sorted now. So let's solve the last two examples. It was taken from June 2022 Gauteng. Yeah, I think it's question 5. So this dx, don't mind it. So let's do what we know. So it will be minus 5. Let me do like this. So minus 5x over root x minus x squared over 5. So check. I want to show something. Minus 5x already, I don't have to worry. So let me check. I have root x there. So let's start. It will be what? Minus 5x over what? X to the power of half. I told you a root is equals to half. And then minus what? I have x squared over 5. So you know what we must do. You cannot solve this if it is like this. Okay? So this one will be the same as 1 over 5x squared. Okay? Do you understand it? It is the same as 1 over 5x squared, guys. Do you know I'm saying that? For example, let me say I have x over 2. What is x over 2? X over 2 is the same as 1 over 2x. So it is just like that, guys. That's how we do math. I hope you know. You must know this thing by now. And then the third step, the second step. So manje, let me solve this is since this is a fraction. So it will be what? Already I know what it kx is equals to k. Don't forget this. Kx is equals to k. So it will be what? Minus 5. Then times x to the power of minus half, since this changed the position. Okay, and then it will be what? Minus what? Remember I have my number there and the x squared, so it will be the same as what? 1 over 5 x squared minus 1. And then let's do step by step there so that you don't rush. Let's continue. Even this side I can do that, minus 1. So let me do it here. So it will be the same as minus 5x to the power of 1 over 2. And then minus 1. And then it will be what? Minus 1 over 5x to the power of 2 minus 1. So for this one, what is half times 5? It is what? 5 over 2, but it is negative. So it will be minus 5 over 2x. And then 1 over 2 minus 1, it will be what? Minus 1 over 2. And then let's go to this one. What is 2 times 1 over 5? It is the same as 2 over 5, but it is what? Minus 2 over 5x. And then 2 minus 1, it is 1. So I'm going to leave it like this. So for the answer for this one, it is what? Minus 5 over 2x negative 1 over 2 minus 2 over 5x. And then let's go to this one. The second one. This one is easy, so I'll just put my thing there like this. So let me just start here. X plus 2 over x, x minus 2 over x. So already I can see the difference of two squares. So allow me to do this. X times x, x squared, but I can say minus 2 over x, difference of two squares, guys. So it will be what? X squared minus 4 over x squared. Okay, sorry, squared. 2 times this, it is 4. This times it is x squared. And then continue. X squared minus 4 times x minus 2. This changed the position. And it will be the same as x. And then check. This x squared, it will be what? 2 minus 1, which is the same as x. And then plus what? 2 times negative 4. A negative and a negative is a positive, so don't be surprised. So 2 times 4, it is what? 8x. And then it's just like that. My answer is done. And then it will be what? 9x. Yeah, but just like that. I hope you understood me, guys. So for this one, June Gauteng 2022, I have minus 5x over root x. I have to change this one to half. And then that side, x squared over 5, it is the same as 1 over 5x squared. And then lana, I will have to change it. Kx is equals to k, it will be what? Minus 5. And then times x to the power of negative 1 over 2. It changed the position. And then lana, I'll do my derivatives. It will be negative 5 over 2x to the power of negative half. It might answer. This side there, it is 1 over 5x squared minus 1. Derivatives again, 2 times this, 2 over 5x. I'm done. This one, that side, These ones are difference of 2 squares, so it will be x squared minus 2 over x squared, and then it will be x squared minus 4 over x squared, and then x to the power of 2 minus 1, since it is the one derivatives again, so it will be x plus x, 8x, and then my answer is what, 9x, because this one, a negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 2 times 4, it is 8, and then that one, it is x again. So thank you guys, I hope you enjoyed.